What's going on YouTube, and Merry Christmas. We're back at it for another Back for Blood deck build video. Today we're talking about the Melee Nightmare build. Now in the beginning, I tried Melee earlier on. Didn't seem all that viable, but now I can certifiably guarantee this deck is going to make Melee very worthwhile when it comes to your Nightmare runs. You're going to be an important asset to the team. The amount of clutch moments I had with this, carrying some team that had never been through Act 2 all the way from the pipes to Heralds of the Worm, so many times where I'm the last one standing, bringing everybody back, using the defibs, didn't even need stun guns with this. May have been a bit of luck with that, but at the same time we utilized those skills, taking cover from those hawkers, stalkers, that thing, things of those natures, and utilizing that stumble to our advantage. But with this build, it's essentially going to be a clearing build in the beginning, but later on you will have a bit more DPS when it comes to special infected. Bit tricky to work around in certain moments, but we've got some cards that I'll explain later that'll help you out with those moments. But we'll get straight into the deck. Obviously, if you'd like to copy and paste this, we'll have it listed down in the description below in order by name. But we're starting off with Motorcycle Helmet. Immediately, we are disabling our aim down sights, but we're going for that damage resistance straight off the bat. We're looking for a bit more of a tanky build with this. Want to maintain that health, that survivability, not really need healing, but relying on that temporary health to maximize our survivability. But we're also gaining 10 health with this, and by all means, the ideal person to play for this build is going to be Holly. She gains that additional 10% damage resistance. So we're obviously going to be immediately up to 25% with this, and at the same time, we're going to utilize shotguns for that non-ADS hipfire type build. But the shotguns are only for special infected and certain moments when you're coming against charred enemies. Definitely don't want to get too close to those. They're going to be the hindrance on your build, but you can work around it, trust me. I've already got it done, and it's a guaranteed. Right after that, we've got METH Head. We've got that 40% melee attack speed, 30% melee stamina efficiency, and your melee attacks no longer stick in tough enemies. Again, we're disabling aim down sights. We're going to utilize that shotgun for those moments when we need it for special infect. But with this, it's going to allow us to utilize our stamina properly and give us a bit of more of that swing power, or faster swing power, in order to cut through some of those crowds. Now, in the beginning, like I said before, this is going to be a bit of crowd control. You're not exactly specializing and going for those special infected. You will need a DPS. Healer's always going to be nice, obviously. In some of those moments, you may need a little bit of health back, take a little bit of trauma off, but for the most part, you're going to utilize those common infected as all of the health you really need. But right after that, we've got Spiky Bits, getting that 20% melee damage in for any of those corruption cards, making the common infected a bit stronger. This is going to eat through them fairly quickly, and at the same time, we're adding another 10% damage resistance while using a melee weapon at the cost of a little bit of ammo capacity, but since we're using a shotgun, and only for those special infected moments, it's not going to be a big worry for us. Right after that, we've got Face Your Fears, gaining 2 temporary health whenever you kill a Ridden within 2 meters. Going to be an excellent card for you. You're going to gain a lot of that temporary health from this, and we're going to gain even more damage resistance from these moments when we kill any of those common infected. Every time we're getting that temporary health, we're gaining that 15% damage resistance while we have temporary health. And this is going to bump us all the way up to 50% damage resistance. This is going to make us tanky, extremely tanky. It's going to be a huge help for you. You're going to want to maintain that temporary health at all times. Keep some pain pills on you. Trust me, it's going to save you on more moments than you can count. Those moments when special infected's about to break down on you, don't have any temporary health, pop that thing really quickly. You may be able to stumble them, or just have enough time in order to run away, reposition, get that shotgun out, and finish them off. But right after that, we've got Battle Lust, gaining 2 health each time. This is going to be our permanent health. It's going to maintain. A lot of times you may have trauma all the way down to just 25% health. The rest of it's just going to be temporary, but you're going to maintain that 25 with just this Battle Lust. Keep maintaining that. Honestly, haven't seen my health go down any further than 25% when it comes to the trauma damage. Not sure if it really can at that point, but that's something to look out for. But you will be maintaining that health more than regular every time you see any of those common infected. Don't let anybody else kill them. You go for them. Communicate that with your team. Make sure if you're playing with randoms, let them know. Don't waste their ammo on the common infected unless they have to. Obviously, you want to be chewing through them to maintain the survivability for yourself. And at the same time, right after that, we've got Marathon Runner with no movement penalties for strafe and backpedal. This is going to give us that strafe ability and that ability to backpedal in some of those moments when possibly a special infected's coming down on us, switch to that shotgun and be able to outmove them, or pretty much gain distance without taking that next hit. Now, why we're putting this card right here is because right after this we've got Mean Drunk. We're getting 60% melee damage. Your melee attacks cause cleave through enemies during dealing damage in a large area. I've heard some people say this is bugged, not exactly doing the large area damage. I'm not 100% on this. This is one thing that you could actually take out because this will disable sprint. Could throw in something for more stamina or something for reload speed if you were really wanting that for the shotgun, if you wanted to utilize that a bit more, or possibly even Killer's Instinct. That's going to help you out with that weak spot damage, give you a little bit more damage when it comes to the special infected. But by all means, I prefer having that 60% melee damage because when it comes to taking down one of those snitches, this is an excellent build for that. Not going to have to utilize a lot of power for it. You're going to be able to stumble them as long as you have the bat. Now early on, the bat is going to be the power play, but later on, if you get to a blue or a purple machete, it's going to do just as well as that bat does early on. But this 60% melee damage is going to give us that ability to juggle that snitch before it can even call, and then finish it off a lot quicker than it would need to be, or before we just run out of stamina, just in case there's some common infected around, special infected around that snitch. You don't want to be stuck on that snitch and then possibly getting hit by one of the tall boys or something else, and then that thing calls out. That horde could mean a failed run. But one thing to note about the baseball bat, if you run out of stamina and you're still swinging at that snitch, you're still going to be stumbling it, even with a gray bat. So that's one very important thing to note, just in case you have that moment you feel, don't stop swinging. If you're hitting that snitch and you don't have any stamina, just keep hitting it and you'll still finish it off, and it will not be able to call the horde because you keep hitting it. Even though you don't have any stamina, it's a bit weak. Try and get one of your teammates to help you out with that moment, because it's going to take more than a few swings when it comes to not having stamina in that time. But that's one helpful thing about this build. Right after that, we've got Berserker. Now, this is one of those cards that can help you with special infected killing. Each time we, gain 10% melee damage, 10% melee speed, and 5% move speed for each melee kill in the last 4 seconds. So say you're just chewing through one of those common infected hordes, there's a special infected right on the other side, you can gain those stacks of that melee damage and movement speed to start circling around that. If you've got a crusher in front of you, big thing, move to the right. Make sure you move to his left arm every single time. You'll be able to juggle that crusher without him being able to grab you. Constantly spinning around him, hitting him, stumbling him here and there. But you'll be able to finish him off quite quickly. Same thing can be done for some of the tall boys, but as we all know, tall boys have a AoE for whatever reason that even goes behind them when they slam down. So that's going to be a bit problematic. But when it comes to crushers in some of those moments, always move to the right, juggle around the right of them. Keep swinging straight for where that spot is, or straight for where their face is, even from behind them. You may be able to hit that weak spot, cause a little bit of stumble, and essentially get that more or amplified damage in and finish them off pretty quickly. All thanks to the Berserker. But right after that, we've got Heavy Hitter. Now this is going to help us with that stumble power. Melee hits against weak spots deal 20 additional stumble damage. Now, one thing to note, you could pair this with the combat training card that also gives us 5 damage to stumble when it comes to melee weapons. This could be a power play, give you that stronger ability to be able to stumble tall boys or something along that nature. But this is going to extremely help you out with those snitches and some of those reekers, and those moments when reeker, exploder, any of those comes up close to you. Try to hit them in the shoulder, or if it's a reeker, hit them straight in the face. Be able to stumble them back, push back yourself. Since we have that marathon runner, we've got that amplified move speed. If you've got this Berserker stacks, be able to get distance, pull out the shotgun, finish them off before they can spill the guts on you or cause that explosion, or even possibly the wretch that could be vomiting on you. You'll be able to slow them down or stop them from damaging your team. Can be a huge help. Right after that, we've got Adrenaline Fueled. When you get a kill, or when you kill any enemy, gain 7 stamina over 7 seconds, stacking up to 5 times. This is going to make us, or give us that ability to continuously have that stamina through some of those common infected hordes here and there, especially in the beginning before we disable that sprint. One thing to remember is you want to be able to utilize that sprint effectively. You don't want to deplete your stamina before charging into a common infected horde. So without that stamina, you're not going to be doing too much. But when we get to Adrenaline Fueled, after we've got that disabled sprint, you're going to be able to keep swinging, and this is going to help us in some of those moments when we've got those stacks of Berserker and going for a special infected. It's not going to be immediately deleted, especially if you don't have those high stacks, but it's going to give us enough stamina to keep swinging and then keep swinging on some common infected that may be pulling up as we're swinging on that special infected. It's going to be a huge help or big help when it comes to maintaining that stamina. All right, for that, we've got Ignore the Pain. This is going to give us that 20% melee damage against mutations, any of those corruption cards causing mutations. The common infected, special infected gives us that additional 20%, and when you deal melee damage to a mutation, so that means any mutation that you swing on, don't even have to kill it, you're going to heal for 1 health and recover 3 stamina. It's going to help us with maintaining that health. This is going to be permanent health, not temporary health, so you will still need to be able to finish off more than a few to keep those stacks of temporary health for that damage resistance, but at the same time, we're maintaining stamina with this as well, on top of that adrenaline fueled, making up to 10 stamina per hit, or if we keep killing them, when it comes to common infected, we'll gain that 10% stamina each time, or 10 stamina, not 10%. Right after that, we've got Hellfire. We're gaining 45% move speed while firing. Now, somebody in chat was telling me that this also affects your ability or movement ability while swinging the bat. Not sure if I truly noticed it, but I can tell you right now that 5% move speed while not firing, and when using the shotgun to try and juggle some of those tall boys, and having that strafe ability from Marathon Runner is going to be a huge help and give you that strafe ability to move around and get away from those moments when, especially a tall boy comes charging at you, you'll be able to jump, kind of get away as quick as possible while still firing and maintaining a solid amount of movement speed. But right after that, we got cross trainers. Gaining that 20% stamina regen, 3% to that move speed, just helping us out with that Marathon Runner, and 5 health on top of that. Going to be a huge help. And when it comes to these 3 cards, you could obviously move them up higher. We'll get to the energy drink now. 15% stamina, 25% weapon swap speed, and 15% more on top of our move speed while firing, and a little bit of slow resistance. It's going to help us in some of those moments where if you ever get hit by some of those common infected, you'll notice that it's kind of hard to turn around. It's going to give us that amplified speed that we need in order to swing back around, hit that common infected, and not take so much damage from them, and maintain that face your fears and battle lust, along with Ignore the Pain health stacks that are going to keep us in that survivability state. It's maintaining us all the way through the mission. It's going to be a huge help. And by all means, if you got that team that doesn't exactly know what they're doing, keep stacking up on those defibs. You're going to need them for later on. You're going to be able to survive long enough with this type of build. As long as you're not facing a heavy amount of special infected and constantly face checking them, you're going to have more than enough health on this, and keep running into those crowds and taking out those common infected to keep those health stacks up, especially the temporary health. I've had more than a few moments where I completely filled out my health bar, or had it all the way up to 75%. So about 50% was temporary health, and then 25 with my main health or permanent health. It's going to be a tank right here. I'm quite surprised by it, but I quite enjoyed this one. That's going to be the Melee Nightmare deck. This is a powerful one. This was one that's also more associated with that crowd control, not exactly the special infected damage, massive damage towards special infected. That's going to have to be a whole different other type of melee DPS build when it comes to Nightmare. I'm not sure how viable it's going to be. I'll test around with it later on, see if that's something that could be viable, but obviously you're going to have to utilize either that hatchet or that fire axe, and the fire axe is a bit slow, so you're going to need something else to pair with that that's going to help you when it comes to clearing out some of those common infected, especially maintaining stamina with that fire axe. It's going to eat into it quite heavily. May have to just rearrange a few cards. Maybe it could work out, but we'll check that out later on. But I can guarantee you this deck with any team is going to be absolutely solid, as long as you have a solid DPS and a healer. Arguably, this could be a 3-man team, 3-man powerhouse team. Shotgun or sniper on that DPS. You're going to be just moving along as easy you could probably be inside of Nightmare. But on that note, if you have any questions about this deck or any of the cards that you may want to replace in, or something that could be replaced, possibly you don't have, let me know down in the comments below if there's any builds as well that you're looking forward to, or looking for something to compare to your own deck that you want to see me build out as well. Let me know down in the comments, or hit the link in the description. Follow me over at Twitch. I'm streaming every day, and we'll be streaming later on tonight as well if you'd like to check that out. Got that Merry Christmas vibe going on right now. Santa is in full swing right now. But at that same time, I hope you guys have a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and hope you enjoyed this. We'll get straight into the gameplay, and have a good one. You can do it with just about no communication at all.
Oh, so I'm to blame? Something's off. I can feel
As long as one person is holding the stairs, one person on that rooftop, and a bunch of barbed wire. It's a smooth run. One person running. And the last time I did T5, I barely did anything. I just kind of took a casual stroll around the house.
Save that for me.
Shot more than wood with this.
It could work, but when it comes to the special infected, that may be the problem. If there's crushers on there or hawkers, could be a big issue right there. Kind of want somebody that has a little bit of range possibility as well.
What's that? I always get taken to the best places.
Yeah, if you got somebody with an AA-12, just holding that down, boom.
We need to open the sluice gates.
Nothing to worry about.
Let's go. Now.
That's gonna be a mission right there. Ouch. Thanks, guys. Ouch. Why would you throw a Molotov right there?
Glad you make house calls.
Great. Somebody just hit me. Somebody just hit me.
Gonna be in trouble soon. Walker's down.
Help has arrived.
Come on, come on, come on, come on.
Okay, thanks. I'm good. Hawker!
They'll be back. Anyone else getting bad feeling about all this crap?
Arrows out!
Ding ding, we got a winner.
Cruiser there!
It's more
See
than
that? Looks we've got company.
Need to reload.
Cool.
Oh, shit.
Nearly out.
shotgun here.
Yeah, so we can get it done. We got that speed build running. It's a hard pounding experience.
pretty sure this isn't the first time.
Thank you,
Everyone's
Holly.
still in one piece?
Perfect.
Can we push back and possibly have one of them spawn? Or is that it's just like a pipe dream?
They have no manners.
Reloading.
See that? Need this.
Bruiser. Need to reload.
Shit, we got another bruiser.
And it never runs out of bullets.
Woo! Can we go again?
Can we? Can we please?
The hazmat suit. See, that's perfect for a melee. Especially if you get that charred. Alright, round 2. Let's see if this works. And I don't have any stamina. It worked. So it does work, even without stamina. Good note. Good note. Good thing to know.
Lucky for you, I'm a doctor.
We're still in this.
Hear that?
Go! Somebody hit me, hit me, hit me, hit me. Fire.
Help is here, like it or not.
Yo, back there's a tool
Come
room.
on, big guy.
The one that you passed.
Always count on me.
Yeah, I know. I know there's a tool room. What are you trying to tell me that for? Oh, hell. Not me.
Fuck off of everything. Jesus.
Shoot me. Beautiful. Oh, fuck.
Need to reload.
Almost didn't make it.
Ah, Bane, I've already got that in the deck. I just don't have it available just yet. But right now it's because I keep utilizing the sprint. That's why I keep running out of stamina.
Damn it. Stop. We need to open the sluice gate.
I owe you one.
It pairs really well with Holly, though, for later or late game. Especially if you're trying to take on some special infected.
If you can pick up Carly, I can open the toolkit room back there.
In your face!
I've got you.
Okay, thanks.
Jim.
I'm good.
Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck.
Here, somebody pick up the money here.
Over there.
It's like 3K on the ground right where I'm at.
Yep, well, hold on. Trying to survive
Need
first.
to reload.
No big deal. No big deal.
Oh shit, I'm dead. That's not a good time to pick me up.
That was not a good time to pick you up. You knew where to go if you're watching. Good God, man. I don't need this kind of bullshit in my life. Like, you're fucking with me, right? That's not a good time to pick me up. I'm sorry. You could have moved away.
Patching myself up.
Yeah, I mean, you knew that thing was coming. It's a bruiser. I mean, it's coming slow at the same point. Like, you could have easily gotten away. Yeah, that's just problematic. I need this Carly to hurry up. So we gotta get the fuck out of here. Come on, common infected. Shit, straight out the gate.
Reloading. Let's do this. Ugh, did that one's eyeball just come out? Carly's gone.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Hurt.
You're kidding me. Where did they all come from? Oh my God, that tall boy saved my life. My God. That's a stressful one. 3-star clutch play.